Because reading is what?
Fundamental.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What You Reading. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Say, welcome back to another episode. This episode is on the story Bonded, and it's by Jimin Be Jammin on Wattpad. Let's get into it.
Okay, guys, for the second time, because we was recording for 4 minutes and then realized it's
Yes.
okay. I have to do it again. So this story is about a girl named Crystal. Crystal was at a concert with two of her little sisters. So they went to the concert and they had really great seats. I mean, prom seats in the front. And Yuki was, I guess he was, rapping, how he do. And his ring fell off his finger or whatever. When his ring fell off his finger, she reached down and picked the ring up and gave it back to him. And I wonder what kind of ring it was.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Depending on the type of ring.
It probably was one of the rings that says sugar.
The banded one?
The one that says sugar right here.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd been. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But she reached down, gave him the ring back or whatever, and she started instantly like having hives and like reacting. She instantly knew that she bonded with him. So she left instantly after that because she didn't want people to see her because you can visibly see this stuff. And so she went to the back kind of, and she was talking to these people, the people that worked there were not like BTS staff or whatever, and she was telling them, "Hey,
Sorry.
it's okay, you okay?"
Yeah.
So she was like, "Hey, I need to get back there because I just bonded with one of the members. I need to see somebody." And what was you saying about bonded?
So with the bonding, you have to touch your soulmate's physical body. Like, you have to be in the same vicinity. You have to get close to each other to touch, because if you don't, you're gonna die, and you're fighting against time. So you don't have very long to do all of this. I think, what do they have, like 24 hours, if that?
It's like 48 hours before you die.
Yeah, it's like you don't even get a week to say your byes. Like, if you
Yeah, you get like weak, you get sick.
yeah,
It's
a whole your slowly body just starts to die in every way. You don't have no energy. You're not eating food. You're not doing anything.
you're
Down bad. Down bad.
Yeah, and she's talking to one of the people, and they like, "Girl, whatever, you just a fan." And she see another woman, but she has a lanyard on with the BTS, and she started talking to her, and she was like, "Girl, you could be anybody. Everybody do that. You ain't no fan. You need to go ahead, blah, blah, blah." So she was like, "Okay, well, if I die, it's on you." So she left. Yeah, she left. She went back home. Like, her mom and them was like crying. They was all trying to figure stuff out because everybody know that you got so many hours to find your partner and bond with them because you about to start getting sick. So Crystal also worked as a paralegal. So as she was in law school, so she was like, she had called her, like, I don't know if it wasn't her boss, but like her friend, but like he was a lawyer.
Yeah. It was probably like somebody she was under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she told him about it, and they start putting like this lawsuit together to try to gain their attention. So they thought that would gain their attention because everybody was like, "You are not getting the BTS. Like, ain't no way. It's too many people you got to go through to get to them." Or whatever. So she started doing the lawsuit or whatever, and like start saying her goodbyes. Girl had started doing the will, everything.
She did everything. She got everything in order.
Yes. And so on the other end, here's Yuki coming back from this concert. Like, he comes home and like he's like feeling weird, but he don't know why he feel weird.
He thinking he tired because he just did all that show, not realizing.
Yeah. So he didn't even eat. He just went to bed or whatever. So then he woke up the next morning and he was even worse. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's wrong with me? I done came down with something.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason the members knew is because that mother was still in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
In the bed all that time later. And so they was going to check on him, trying to get him stuff to get him well.
Mm-hmm.
And you go hear from him.
So they were trying to get all this stuff to get him well and figure out what's going on. But by this point, they're like, because they had already had JK go through this once where he had found his soulmate, they were like, okay, we got to figure out what's going on. Well, that just in that time, they found out about this email and this lawsuit that somebody has against them. And it's the lawsuit from, did we ever say her name? Okay, I wasn't sure if we did, but it's the lawsuit that Crystal sent over. So pretty much what it was saying was like, y'all need to take care of X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. She was not too pressed about the lady, but she needed to get their attention. So now that because they were trying to scan through video and figure out who it was, and they were like, well, it's a foreigner, but we don't know if it's a foreigner from overseas or if they live here, blah 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 blah. So they end up finding her. They end up connecting. They send out the information so that they can meet up, so that they can get this resolved, so that each of them don't die. Because by this point, they're both down very, very bad.
Knocking on death's door.
Right up on it. Like they breathing on that whole like all up in it.
Yeah.
Just in the nick of time, they happen to finally get to each other and they're able to just touch. How awkward could you imagine that is? Like somebody you don't know and you got to be like super up on them and you don't even know who they are.
Especially for sure, because you could be anybody.
You could be.
I'm a superstar. I don't know what you got going on. That was really how he like had an attitude with her like that.
Yeah. And so they meet, they start like talking a little bit. It's not she's really quick. Her attitude, she's witty. She's very witty, but she's very smart and she knows what she's talking about when it comes to a lot of things in life. And so she can go back and forth with Sugar and it's like nothing for her. And he's realizing like, okay, she kind of cool. Like, all right, she not that bad as time is going on or whatever.
He was mean to her for a good minute.
He was mean to her for a good minute.
He was being nicer to her than he was.
Well, yeah, because he was talking mess, and then something I forgot to mention. This is from the concert, or like when they found out about her. The meetup was kind of messed up because they was talking. First, they was talking in Korean, but they didn't realize that she also spoke Korean, and they was talking mess about her, and so she was like,
she couldn't speak Korean,
huh?
Because she was black.
Yeah.
Not through Korean. They didn't know that she had been living in Korea for years.
And she wasn't she half or something like that?
She was black. Her two sisters and her brother was Korean and black.
That's right. So yeah, it was crazy because they was talking mess about her and then he also was talking mess about her. So she felt some type of way about that. And then she said something to them back in Korean. She was like, if y'all gonna talk mess, make sure that the person don't speak the language that you speaking, okay? So, but then she felt some type of way about that whole interaction. So she had nothing for Yoongi either. She was pissed. But by this point, she wanted an apology because at some point they did end up getting like having a conversation and he ended up apologizing. The first time he tried to apologize, he didn't really, but after a certain point he did end up fully apologizing to her for how he acted. And then they were able to kind of
gold digger.
Huh?
They call her a gold digger.
Yeah. And she's like, first of all, let me tell y'all something about me. I don't need none of y'all's money. We doing fine over here. We doing real good over here. Mind yours and I'll mind mine. But that was just them being them because they didn't know her from anything. So after that,
sign that NDA and she said, I ain't signing this mess.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they wanted her to sign that NDA, and she was like, first of all, that's when they had that little meeting right after they woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Right when they woke up, they was like, yeah, we're going to have this meeting. That's when they was talking all that junk. And she told them, hey, baby, I could talk Korean. I don't know who you think you're talking to. First of all, you owe me an apology. And second of all, I'm looking at this NDA, and baby, I am not signing it because what you don't know is that I'm a paralegal and I do this. Did you think I wasn't going to read these
These terms, yeah.
Not the Sometimes I'm finna sign, so you can take that right on back. There you go.
She said we can draw up something. Y'all can draw up something. We can meet in the middle. We can see what we about to do.
Uh-huh. So she left right out, and then she seen JK, and JK said, asked her, talking to her about stuff. And he was like, "Oh, they tried to make you sign that same contract they tried to make old girl sign, which he is in a whole relationship too because he bonded with another girl."
Mm-hmm. That's how they also knew that Yoongi was bonded because they had already gone through that once
Right.
before.
About the whole bonded situation is that you had this big bruise on his hand where he had touched this girl and didn't even pay attention to the bruise on his hand.
And the way that it was described, you couldn't miss it. Could not miss it.
But when all the members found out about this NDA or whatever, they all was instantly mad because they all was like, "Oh, they did JK girlfriend like that. It went right then for her, and it's not right for you." So
Yep, and they were like they should have been fixed that, and they hadn't.
now Yugi and Crystal is on like a clear liquid diet. Like they still can't eat because they was just so tore up. Like we said, they was dying inside. So now they better and they drinking clear liquids, clear liquids, and then they start meeting this nurse Troy. I love those. Was it Troy or Chew?
I think it's Chew.
Okay, they start
Choi.
whatever
The nurse.
So they find the nurse. The nurse is, telling them about that. So she's done a lot of research on bonding and all kind of stuff. So she knows about that bond. And she also is telling them like y'all bond is kind of different. Y'all need to be around each other a lot.
A lot. So I don't know if I should bring this up later, but I want to talk about how the bonds were certain like the bonds had levels to them. Like some people's bonds were just kind of like base level where you got touch and things like that, and you kind of could like feel each other's emotions. Other bonds you could kind of like talk to one another with your mind, but actually, telepathy. Thank you. And then the other one was, what was it? You could heal the other ones. It was cool. There's all types of like they got superpowers. If you bonded, you got superpowers.
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? I'm so tired. Give me a hug.
Give me a hug. Recharged.
Go.
Yeah, recharged. Could you imagine? But then going through your whole, what if you're that one person that can't to hit somebody in the street, don't find them and just die, just perish because you couldn't find your bonded person, your soulmate.
Because even here, like Yugi was like, I wish I like when he was still like kind of mad at her. He still was looking at her like a gold digger. He was like, I wish I would have never wore that stupid ring. I wish I never.
Yeah. And then the thing that blew me is so the Crystal, the main character, is the person physically that plays her is Lori Harvey. Like,
I love this match.
sir.
I love the match.
I do too. It's funny because I'd never like thought about it, but when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's cute.
I was listening to a lot of Cat Eye. I started imagining this girl being Manon from Cat Eye.
From who?
Manon from Cat Eye.
Oh. That's a good. Actually, yeah. Super side note, I really like their music. I like it.
We have a Gap commercial now.
I know, I saw. Everybody's been doing those dances on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard about the new part? Like, so everybody is like, they had like a whole thing on Netflix where they had a whole bunch of girls like was like trying to be Cat Eye.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I haven't watched it, but I saw the little trailer thing for it,
Yeah,
but I haven't actually watched it.
3 of the girls from the competition, and it's making a whole new girl group, and they're getting one more girl from Japan.
Oh, no way.
supposed to be like a whole new like show or something like that, and then putting a whole like little group together. So, but people are mad because they like, why did you delete? Why did you get them off of this group just to make a whole another group?
I mean, yeah, yeah.
But I really like the girl Emily from the show, and so I'm kind of happy that they are doing that for her because she was good. I really don't know why she wasn't on the group, honestly.
Because there's what, six of them?
Yeah, they're international. I like that they're international.
I do too. And I think it's so funny that as soon as I saw the group, I immediately knew that Hype was behind it. I immediately knew. I was like, that's got.
Pushing out a lot of new groups. I seen another group, Cortez, and another. Oh no, Girl said it's on JYP, I think. And then they had another group that's coming out, but it's like a rap group.
Really?
It's like a rap group or something. Uh,
Oh.
I was like, they just pushing these people, and Hop is going through it. You hear me? Bang PD is going through it.
I've been seeing that. I'm like, yo, I saw the first article about it, but I haven't watched anything else. What is the rest of it? Like, else is happening in regards to that situation? Because isn't it about like something about money and fraud?
Basically.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh.
And they was like saying they was buying stuff, like buying votes and buying stuff to get artists there. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
I'm really mad. I hope this is somebody just being a hater and like it's not. I mean, it sounds like they have some evidence for some of it. So, but it would be really nice that if it was just like somebody being a hater and not for real because they.
And a hater, this is the government looking at
Oh, that's right. That's right.
the money stuff for me.
That's right. Damn. Well. Well.
But they saying that it's not affecting the group sound.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, back to the story.
Anyway, back to the story. Sorry. Okay.
So they meet the nurse. She is very good to them. She started telling them about herself and all that stuff. She telling them that they can't really be apart from each other. They got to be close all the time right now because they got a different type of vibe.
Yep. And so homegirl has to literally pack up her whole life to make sure that she can be around at all times because it's easier for her to go with him than it is for him to go with her. So,
And she go home and she pack all her stuff, and all her brothers and sisters are so sad because she is a major role in there.
yeah.
What we didn't say is that like the reason they are in Korea is because her stepfather was with her mom. They married. She was 2 years old when they got married. That's why she's been in Korea for so long. Then they moved to Korea because he got another job in Korea. And he taught her Korean, and then they had all the other kids, and then he died of cancer. And so her mother and her and the kids just stayed in Korea. It was really, 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 really hard for them. And they end up not getting any type of benefit for the dad being dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to get a check, and they sent the check to his parents, honey.
Mm-hmm. So they had to struggle.
Well, not even because she was black, just because she was period.
Mm-hmm.
So they struggled. Her mama had a couple different jobs, and Crystal kind of helped along the way. And then they start getting this like um, uh, fashion stuff going on where they got their own line of clothes, and that's what they're doing now.
Yep. And that took off. So it's like actually becoming more and more known around their area.
Tell me about her because she has to leave, and then like while she leaves, she's like vaping, and like Sugar's like, "Why are you vaping?" She was like, "My nerves are up," and all this stuff, and he just didn't say nothing to her, but he knew that he was gonna try to get her away from the vaping stuff.
Yeah, but to be like, why are you stressed out? Like I had to just uproot my whole entire life. What do you mean?
Right.
Like anyway, go ahead.
And that's like when they got home from like all this stuff. That's when he started looking at her and like looking at her different. Like, oh, maybe I was seeing her in the wrong way.
Yep.
And I actually think she's beautiful and all kinds of stuff like that. And so, like their skin to skin, she was like, come on, let's get the skin to skin out the way." And he was like starting to like her, was like, kind of rubbing on her a little bit more. And go ahead, girl.
Yeah, so he's doing that a little bit more, starting to feel things a little bit for her. She's also kind of starting to feel things for him as well, but isn't really.
Okay, so at this time, Crystal and Yugi are getting very close. They start like realizing that they both are workaholics and that really love to work. Um, and so he started doing stuff like taking her to his studio and stuff like that. I think that's when they first like start messing around with each other. And then she was like to him that he needed to apologize, and he eventually did apologize. And she was like, "Tell him your lawyer apologized. You never apologized." So she did. He did end up apologizing,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's see, she made him food, and all this good stuff started happening. So as she is going on in life, he found her a place to work in their like place where they stay at, because all the BTS have their own place, but they also still have a place together, so they all still living together.
Mm-hmm.
So they're staying together, and he found her like a room that she could do her like paralegal work on, her schoolwork and all this stuff on. And then she got an invite she got like a congratulatory, they wanted to congratulate her at a dinner. So she thought it was strange that, why you trying to congratulate me for being the at home, like, because like she was working from home. And so they was congratulating her from being the first time work at home paralegal.
Yeah, that law
So
firm
very sketchy.
very sketch.
You go ahead, girl.
Okay, so the law firm.
Oh,
Go ahead.
can I go ahead?
No, go ahead.
Because this part is a little bit important. So, like, so as they go by, they are like getting ready, like getting their hair done. Like the boys are getting hair done and stuff like that. And she is with him because, of course, she always have to be with him because they still have to be
Fairly
together to
close.
bond. And
Mm-hmm.
they're not ready to be apart.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to the hair and makeup thing, and then the Nunas come in. You know the Nunas that do all this stuff, and they talking junk like, "Oh, now you with her after she done got me the fire." Not thinking this girl can speak English. She was like, "Yes, my name is Crystal, and you? What's your name? 'Cause
Hello.
who you talking to, baby? I can speak Korean too."
The thing that used to kill me was like, you guys didn't even, nobody told y'all that she spoke Korean. Nobody said that.
Right, right. And so they was talking out of judge. She was like, "I suggest you be quiet for you be next."
Okay.
Okay. And so she was talking to Yugi. He ended up telling her that they had a one-time thing, and the girl did like him, and that's why she acted like that, and that's why she almost killed them
Yep.
because she liked it, Yugi.
Yeah.
Um, so go ahead.
What was I talking about? The law. Okay. The law office. The
The law firm.
the law firm. Thank you. I was like the law office. So the law firm was doing this party to congratulate her and all this other stuff, and she's like, okay, whatever. Like I'm gonna go. Blah 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 blah. So she gets all dressed up, nice, to ready to go. Like everybody from the firm is there, and so she goes to the bathroom. Like she comes in, does her little thing. You got to talk, whatever, whatever. She goes to the bathroom, and her boss corners her in the bathroom and locks the door so that she can't get out. So now she like.
She called her lawyer. She was like, "This man got me hemmed up in the
Come and
bathroom.
get him.
I knew this dinner was crazy. I knew it was strange."
She said, come and get him. Come and get him because something gonna happen to him and it happened to me. Please come and get him. So he started lunging at her, trying to get up all on her. She take the handy dandy shoe off and hit that mug right in. She was not playing with him. She was not playing with him. She's like, you are not about to do any of the things that you think you're about to do. But he did kiss up on her, which she was like, she felt some type of way because she was trying to fight him. So she hit him. She hit him a couple of good times. Homie was bleeding, and then she dipped. She got outside. People saw her, and they were like, oh my God, what's going on? So
They were trying to bust that door down. The man had the doors enforced for that.
Yep.
Like he had this plan. He knew
Yeah.
exactly what he was doing.
Exactly. Disgusting. And so he does all that. So she ends up leaving out, and she's trying to figure out, like, what happened, how does she need to handle this, all this other stuff. Everybody's asking her 1,000,000,001 questions about what just took place, all this other stuff, right? So then she's like,
He had a panic attack.
oh, that's right. I forgot about the panic attack, girl.
He had a panic attack because at this point they could spend a little bit of time away from each other, her and Yugi, but not a whole lot.
Right.
And so as soon as she had that panic attack, first of all, Yugi already felt something going on.
Yeah, because he can feel already how she be feeling.
Right. So he called her up. She having a panic attack. The friend ended up saying, okay, I gotta bring her to you because she having this panic attack. He don't know what's going on because she's not able to talk.
Yep.
And so that's when they took her to him.
Yep.
And he was mad. Baby, he was mad.
Oh, he was mad. He was like, he wanted to go handle that. He wanted to handle it the best way he knew how, which I'm not sure which way that would have been, but he would have done something. So that whole thing happens.
Like they wanted to report the man to the police, but then she told him no because nothing would come from it.
Right. So she's like, he's too powerful. Nobody's going to take my word for it, whatever. She's like, I'm not going to do that. However, I am going to do something else, and we're going to get what we need to get, and we're going to get it how we need to get it, and they're going to leave us alone for good. It's going to be nothing. And so should I go ahead and just talk about that part?
So the company was like calling people in left and right for emergency meeting.
They're trying to clean up.
But they did not call her friend, an assistant, and her. And they automatically knew what was going on. And so then there was like, I guess they made a plan. It was like, I don't remember what was the plan.
The plan for what she was going to do?
Yeah.
So the plan was she was going to, she had all this information on him.
Oh, they had an email from her mama too.
Yeah. They had all this information. It was all dirt on him that they could use at any moment. And so they had been collecting all of this stuff. So what she did was, hey, I know you guys don't want to handle this in court. I know you guys don't want to do this, and this. These are my terms. Let's do this. You give me this. You give me an amazing recommendation, and you let me out of my contract, and I can do whatever I please. And you guys don't have to worry about me sending all this information I have on y'all to the press and to the world. And they was like, all right, because she had known how to handle them from jump, because the daddy wasn't shit, the son wasn't shit either, and so she knew that. So they agreed upon those terms. They had spoken on the phone. They agreed to those terms that she would be able to get a shit ton of money, be able to get recommendations, and be able to be released. And so they sent her the funds, and as soon as homegirl got them funds, she released all the information that she said she wasn't going to release so that they could get, and it started a whole thing. I was like, I know that's right, girl. Get yours. She's like, y'all gonna sit here and try to, because I think they try to blackmail her or something, and saying like that she would never work again, and they would be making sure that she couldn't. Yeah.
They would have tarnished her name. She wouldn't have
been. She was like, oh, okay, you want to try to threaten me too? Okay, cool. So that's the route that she decided to go.
So after that, I'm just going to kind of speed it up. Crystal ended up having a birthday. They had like this big thing for her birthday. They had such good pictures in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you would never know those pictures was in there if you just did. Because like I was just listening to it.
Yeah.
One day I was like, oh, they got pictures in here.
Yeah, I saw them. I was like, this is nice.
Yeah. And so she had a birthday. all this like great stuff. Wasn't it all this great stuff
No,
happening?
I mean yes, but that's when they also got, remember they were all out, and that's when paparazzi, wasn't that at the birthday that paparazzi caught them out, and they had to kind of try to run because they hadn't been, Crystal hadn't been like formally introduced, and JK's soulmate hadn't formally been introduced to the public yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they were like, who is this girl with Yoongi? I think that was her birthday that happened.
Right, because it was like right when they was trying to figure out when it was like God, what were they with their boyfriend and girlfriend? They never really discussed it and all this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, they found the video. Like she was at the dinner for her birthday with her family, and
Was it
then when
the
she,
elevator?
yeah, when they was in the elevator, they had video of them.
Yep.
That's when they was starting to come out. I was like, we ain't like this no more.
And then I just want to talk about this. I know it's not super important, but I just want to talk about this real quick. So then
Hmm.
when they have this whole meeting of it, because you know the company had to have a meeting about what the fuck happened. So then the company was like, you need to apologize, you need to do this and that. And JK like, we apologize, we're gonna do this and that. Everybody like, sir, for real?
Hmm.
And they like, we not gonna do nothing. What we gonna say is y'all grown as hell and you can do whatever you want. And they need to suck
But
it up.
yes. And even the girl, even JK girlfriend was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Why you over here pouting?"
Yeah, why are you being weird?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Because JK, like, but how they explain in the book is like JK being in BTS since he was 12 or 13 years old, which is crazy now that I keep like thinking about it, go back and thinking about it. But he was been in this group since he was 12, 13 years old, and he like felt like he owed them
Yeah.
art, so he didn't want to ever disappoint them, and that's why
Right.
he like that.
Yep.
He wanted to apologize and stuff.
And they was like, fuck all that. What is wrong with
Basically,
you?
so, baby, army, real army, gonna be there for us. People.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A mess. Um so yeah, so they decided to get ahead of it. So what they did is they went on live and they wanted to introduce them to to the army and all of that. And they did something else too, but I don't remember what it was. So they get on live, they have this live, they do introductions, all of that. Now people want to fast forward a little bit. Now people wanting them to start appearing on stuff with them. So they go to BTS has, they're on tour. They have an interview with somebody. I can't remember what show it was, and the interviewer at one of their first red carpet, which they wore dresses from the mom's line, their first red carpet, they're being asked questions, but they're being asked questions in kind of like a way that's trying to downplay the importance of the girl by herself, Crystal by herself. And so she kind of makes a comment back that's kind of witty but quick. Like I said, homegirl, she be quick. And after that interview, people really liked them and they wanted them to be on interviews and stuff like that with BTS, not just in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, girl.
So they do that. They do all of those interviews. Things go well. People are like really interested to know who they are. They're actually very surprised to know that homegirl's in law school and that she's doing all these things. That other homegirl is doing a major photographer and all of these things. So they're finding out all this information. Like, dang, you guys are actually like really cool
This
women.
is like the AMAs. This is when they went to the
The
AMAs.
AMAs. That's right. That's right.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
I want to know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So they were people were really like eating them up. They wanted to see them, they wanted to be part of them, they wanted to do so they're getting like photo shoots and they're getting deals and now what's it called, it's their manager and now they have like all of these things to go alongside of BTS without necessarily having to be with BTS,
Mm-hmm.
which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had. Because I don't remember where I was going with that. I had a point, but I lost it.
No, you was right on point. Like they were now going to like to the Tonight Show with them. They
Yeah.
were getting their own salaries now. Like
Yeah.
they were making sometime more than the boys were.
Yeah, they was making good money. And then they had better scheduling because they were just able to have better scheduling. So, what else happens? I mean, they keep kind of getting closer.
Yeah, they get closer, and then like they now the boys are now starting to tour, and then they going to L.A. And when they go to L.A., she gets to take him back to where like she's from. Ain't that
Right.
so? Where she's from, then like she ends up taking him to a diner at 2 a.m. in the morning. Come to find out that that was where her mom worked back in the day, and she looked so much like her mom that the lady in there thought she was her mom.
Mm-hmm.
But they had like a really good time doing that, and then they left, and then they had airport fashion the next morning. And when they went and they had an airport fashion, they had a big thing to do about that because they 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 got there and they had no like barricades.
None.
It was just a bunch of armies screaming everywhere. And I forgot where this was even at. I don't know if it was in. I don't think it was in L.A. It was
It
somewhere
was,
else.
yeah. I just don't remember where either.
Yeah, and so they like knew it was like kind of not a good idea to like do it, but one of the managers was kind of pushing them to like do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then as they were going, like JK girlfriend got attacked, her hair was pulled, all kind of mess. And JK was like ready to
To go. He was not playing around.
they had to pull JK back because JK was ready to fight for his woman, okay?
Mm-hmm. He absolutely was.
And so when that happened, all of BTS got mad and they were so mad at this particular manager.
Yeah.
And so he ended up getting fired because of that. Because
Oh, sorry. Speaking of fired, I forgot to mention this from earlier. The lady that when Homegirl was trying to say that she was bonded, that was not letting her through, they ended up firing her.
yeah,
I forgot to
shit,
mention that.
yeah.
Not that it was
So
important.
I thought we did when we mentioned Mina.
Mina?
When the Nunes was like, they got Mina fired.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I couldn't remember the lady's name. Okay, we did. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you were saying that they got the guy fired.
So the guy ended up getting fired. All was well after JK girlfriend had to calm down because it was just too traumatic for her.
Yeah.
And then Yuki goes on a date with her. They do like a sip and paint thing. Let's see what else happened.
They have a lot of sex. They have a lot of good sex too.
A lot of great sex.
Yeah.
Now they're back to like they're taking a break. Okay, so they in LA. They did it. I'm not LA. They somewhere. I don't know where they is.
Yeah.
But him and Crystal go on a date. They have a sip and paint. I think they in Amsterdam. Amsterdam.
Amsterdam?
Ain't they there?
I don't remember.
Wherever. They somewhere in
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah,
And so they have the sip and paint thing and they have a really good time. And then guess who called Yugi? His mama. And Yuki mama, like, I see all these, I see this girl in you everywhere I want to. You ain't even broke out to see me. And
I
so
ain't
he was
even
like,
met her
okay,
yet.
yeah, as soon as I get to Korea, I'm gonna bring her to meet you. Now Yuki and his mama are not particularly close. Now him and his dad, close. Him and his mama, not close.
Right.
So I'm just gonna skip to that part.
Okay.
So they end up having like a little break from tour and they end up flying back to Korea, going to Daegu, and now she is now meeting his parents. And when she get there, like the mama was like this mean. Just mean, but she wasn't really that mean to Crystal because Crystal had her stuff together, okay? And I think she appreciated that. Crystal had her stuff together, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what she did not like is Yugi's brother, wife. She did not like that girl at all. At all. She could not do nothing right. She couldn't make the kimchi right. She couldn't do nothing. And then she started getting ugly and she was like, maybe that's why you couldn't have no baby and all this kind of stuff. And that's when like it like pushed buttons on her because babe, why did you say that?
Like, are you crazy?
Maybe that's why you can't have no baby. You can't bring no grandchild. You can't make no kimchi. You can't do nothing right. That's how she was talking to her. And Crystal was like, she got on his mama.
Yeah. The thing that I think is so funny is that every story that we read that has Yoongi's parents in it, that mama, every single one,
Mhm.
That mama is not nice.
Yeah.
So
So the mom was mean. Crystal ended up giving her a piece of her mind, telling her she only to be made the foreigners because that girl was Japanese. Yeah, she was Japanese, right? Yeah. So the girl was Japanese, and she was like, "You need to not be mean to foreigners and all that kind of stuff like that. Like you just being rude for no reason, and all this stuff like that." She had the poor girl in the bathroom crying, and then after she got on her, Crystal went to go see her in the bathroom. She was in there crying. She was like, "Girl, she probably don't even like me now because I didn't went in here and gave her a piece of my mind."
right. And she's like, and I don't care.
Right, and I do not care at all. And now I knew why you was saying like they're not close like that.
Yeah.
So they end up like going back out and they sat down and they was having a meal with the family and they was trying to bite their little tongue because that mom was still talking that junk. She was still talking junk. And then so I forgot what had happened. Do you remember what they got mad about and left?
I don't. I don't remember why they got mad. I just remember that they got mad and that they left. I feel like she said something about her being black, but I don't remember for sure.
She said something. She said something and they were so mad and they just left.
I do not remember. I don't remember at all, girl. Don't get me to lying.
She
I'll
said
make it
something.
up.
And you was like, see, that's why we don't come over here.
Yeah.
That's why that you ain't gonna be being mean to her. That's my girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was over it. There was something I wanted to mention earlier, but I cannot remember what it was. But it was kind of important to the story. Um, Yoongi's parent. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead. Maybe I'll think of it here in a second.
So anyway, after all that happened, they ended up going back home and they had time to see like her mom while they was in Korea and all that good stuff. And then her mama like ended up telling her daddy tried to contact her. So she was like, "Oh, I'm good on him. I'm good." Like for like 3 days, 2 or 3 days, they didn't even tell her about it, but she knew something was wrong because Yuki couldn't hold secrets, and he was trying his best. But he tried his best, and at the last day, she ended up telling her, "Yeah, your daddy trying to get in contact with you." Blah blah blah, and she was like, "I'm good on him. I don't even know him."
Right.
So
What is he? What's the
what
point?
happened was her birth father, her mama got pregnant. Her mama told her birth father, birth father was like, "I'm good on you," and that was about it.
Homie dip.
So now that like Crystal was like in the limelight or whatever, he trying to get back right with her, and she was like, "I'm good on him."
Yeah. Which honestly, I get it.
Right.
I get it. Where you been? Where you
Mm-hmm.
been?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I still can't remember what it was. It's
So
important.
that was the end of that. They ended up having a photo shoot. Crystal and JK girlfriend end up having another manager because now their careers are booming. And Yuki don't like this boy because he young. He getting all jealous over him. Um, and so, but Crystal be telling him it ain't nothing. It's really not nothing. Like you doing too much. You hate this boy for no reason. He really is cool.
Right.
He was getting jealous of him the whole time.
Right.
I can't remember what happened after that.
I can't either. I just know that they kept getting closer.
And they keep getting closer over time because that's really what happened.
That really do be what happened. And then they do at some point have a conversation about like what they are to each other, what they see for one another, and they're like, you know what, like I really. They end up telling each other that they love each other at a point.
And then, oh, that's right, Amsterdam. I got it written down here.
It was Amsterdam.
And right after that, they have a romantic dinner in that like a
Oh,
birthday.
I remember what it was for her birthday. Her homegirl and her homegirl's man did that.
Oh, that was her
Her
cousins. Yeah.
cousin, her cousin's man, did that thing for her birthday, and so a reason why I wanted to bring that up is because later that same wasn't it the cousin's man that was cheating on her. That was crazy. That was crazy. I don't even know why I wanted to bring that up, but I wanted to bring it up because I was like, that mess was crazy. Sorry.
It was crazy. It kind of didn't have nothing to do with it, but it
It
kind of
did
was
it.
played into the story.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry. I
yeah,
stopped the whole train for that.
that's all right. That's all right, girl. So I'm gonna go back. They end up going to Amsterdam, and they loved it. And that's when they was like, you know what? Let's get married.
Let's get
Let's
married.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So they end up going to get rings while they was there. Both of them had black rings because both of them are just alike. And they ended up getting rings while they were there. They got back home and they didn't tell anybody because they wanted just to kind of keep it to themselves. And then JK was like coming out at nighttime while Yugi was like getting water at night. And why anybody don't, I don't understand in these stories why people don't keep water by their bed. Everybody got to go down and get something to drink in the kitchen in the middle of the night.
I thought that same thing. I was like, why wouldn't y'all just reach over? What are y'all doing having to go all the way downstairs? And you know you live in a mansion, so you gotta walk far.
Like downstairs.
Oh my gosh. That is
Anyway. What about that soon as I read? I was like, why just all these books? Nobody keep water by their
nobody
bed.
keep by the bed. The only time there's water by the bed is if the person was drunk the night before and they got their water and their aspirin. That's
They
it.
they're right.
Oh man, that's
Anyway,
funny.
so he goes downstairs. JK is down there with him, and JK was like, I gotta tell you a secret. He was like, what? He was like, I want to marry my girlfriend or whatever. He was like, oh, okay, that was a secret. Okay. Me and Crystal already engaged. He was like, what? Y'all didn't tell nobody. He said we
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
keep
keep
it
it to
low.
ourselves. We want to keep it on the down low. You saw. He was like, so we can go ahead and do it first. He was like, yeah, go ahead. And so it was a whole big thing. And he did ask his girlfriend to marry her. And I love the girlfriend too. She's so sweet.
She's so cute, and I love her and Crystal's friendship as the time has gone on. Like their
They
friendship
said
is cute.
they soulmates.
Yeah, it's very cute. It is very
Uh,
very cute. I love it. I love it a lot. Um,
then the next couple of chapters, Crystal ended up taking the bar, and she did pass the bar exam.
Past that thing.
So after she passed the bar exam, she ended up kind of go to where she now is suing the she's suing the people that wrongfully did not give her mother compensation for her father's stepfather's death.
Yep.
So she ended up winning that case. It goes to the wedding day. And because we almost done, they end up going to the wedding day
Yeah.
where they have it like because now JK and this girl already then got married and everything. So now
Yep.
it kind of skipped to where it happened. Like
Yeah.
so now they're at the wedding day and they end up getting married. Um, they get married. They play Crystal Snow and Spring Day.
Love those
Um,
songs.
mhm. The reception. I put the reception was lit, full of love,
Yeah.
and they got they got tattoos
Mm-hmm.
of each other's name, and it skips down and says a year later they're making that movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I cannot see you bouncing around, kicking and being action like
Me either.
that is a whole sleepy cat, baby.
Girl.
That man
Yeah, I can't see it either. I cannot see it either.
big movie, and then she ends up 3 months after that she ends up pregnant, and they end up talking about the whole thing on the Eric Nam show, which I love Eric Nam, by the way. And then they end up announcing that they're having a boy, and that was it. They live happily ever
And
after.
that's
She ended up
it.
getting pregnant a year after that,
That's
and
it.
they lived happily ever after.
Yep.
Yeah,
How did you feel about the story?
love this story so
It's
much that
cute.
I had to listen to it again because y'all realize this is a story that was not supposed to make the podcast. I had already listened to the story, but it was just so good. I couldn't quit talking about it because regardless of like how we say it, y'all please go back and listen or read this book because it is so good. It is so good.
It
You
is
have to.
good. Yeah.
And it was so good that I was like, no, we got to go back and do this story. So I convinced Dee to do this story, and I really love it.
I did too.
And the smut.
The smut was good, and there was a lot of smut in the story, which
Very detailed.
very, very, very detailed. And if you're not a smutty reader and you happen to listen to us, the author, and typically most authors do this, they put the fire sign on the beginning of the chapter so that if you're not wanting to see it or read it or hear it or whatever, you can skip that part of the chapter, or you could just skip the chapter altogether. So, but full of smut. Great smut. Well written smut.
Yes. So good.
So good. So, but yeah, I liked it a lot. And like I said earlier, I really liked the relationship that that Crystal and JK's wife ended up having.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cute. So, and I also just loved how like all of them just welcomed each other. Like they were a whole family with their family. Like it was just everybody.
Back for sure.
You said what?
They had each other back for sure.
Yeah. It was nice. It was very nice. So, yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, that was another episode. Thank you for joining us. As always, follow us on our socials, our TikTok, our Twitter. I mean, not our Twitter. I mean, we have one, but we don't really use it. Actually, I don't even know if we have it anymore. Anyway, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, those things. Follow us on there. If you have any recommendations, we do have a list that you can, not a list, a form that you can fill out and submit those requests to. We do just move right on along down there. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, bye.
Nah.